All right, Resident Evil 9, chopped or not, Raymond, what's your score? 1 out of 10, and then we'll get into our conversation and why we feel this way.
I'm gonna give RE 9 and 9 out of 10, bro. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm giving that game a 10 out of 10.
Damn, you're actually giving it a straight 10?
I'm giving it a straight 10, bro.
Oh, that's pretty good. I'm gonna have to before we get into it, I'll give you my
You
score as
have to
well.
grade it off a first time playthrough.
Okay, no, I got you, I got you. I'm gonna have to give it a 9. I'm gonna have to give it a 9. Um,
Okay.
it has Well, yeah, I guess we're gonna. The first thing I'm gonna talk about is gameplay, just straight gameplay, not story. We're gonna get to story, we're gonna get to Raccoon City, we're gonna get to all that. But just talking about gameplay, I think it had everything that's good about modern Resident Evil games. It had the action, it had the scariness. But the reason why it's a 9 for me and not a 10 is because it suffered from the modern Resident Evil problem that you saw in RE8 Village, where the first half when you're in a castle, you're like, holy shit, this is peak. Oh my gosh, this is so peak. I'm so scared right now. I'm doing the puzzle. I'm getting this key. I'm unlocking this door. I'm sneaking up on this guy. I'm shooting this guy's fat ass. And then it you exit out the first area, and then nothing is a puzzle anymore. I mean that's kind of a lie because you do like a battery puzzle, but like it like steps down to be less complicated and less complicated and less complicated, which is just a Resident Evil thing. Every game does it, but
Yeah,
I
I
think
was
I
gonna
think
say
that's
that.
a
Yeah,
problem. So
that is definitely a problem with Resident Evil. Because why is 90% of the gameplay length, or I guess why is 70% of the gameplay length the first area always?
yeah, yeah, absolutely.
But here's where I disagree with you on that because all right, so let's say half the game is Leon and half the game is Grace, right?
Yeah,
Dude, I was watching the speedrunners and I know I'm stepping away from it's first time playthrough grade only, but I'm not doing the grade anymore. It's 10 out of 10 for me.
yeah,
Um I'm watching speedrunners do the game and it's it's an hour on both sides for the speedrun segments. It's literally like 55 minutes, and then they finish the Gray segment, and then they like finish the Leon segment by like 1 hour and like 50 minutes. So it's like it makes when you look at it like that, it makes the game seem like it's pretty like well balanced between the like the horror and like the puzzle side of it. Like you were talking about, like, oh, there's always that one big puzzle, the castle, and then like the rest of the game kind of falls off.
yeah.
I
No,
feel
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
like they were really working for that. Like I feel like okay, with the Leon sequences obviously being all action, right?
Yeah, yeah. Like you shouldn't be. There's no single enemy for Grace. You have to think about. Oh, what about this route? I need to save my ammo. Survival horror classic stuff. With Leon,
Yeah.
everything I look at dies.
The whole point of the puzzles, I feel like, adds to the scariness of the RE games, like
Yeah,
having to backtrack. And you backtrack now. There's a new enemy in that area and stuff like that. That like cliches they've always done. I feel like with giving us Leon and his full kit, they obviously didn't want us to like be doing that. Like
yeah,
his is a lot more linear. It's like when you got to build the detonator. It's like, oh, you go to these three locations, and then you never go back to those locations. You
yeah,
just go
yeah,
get one piece, go to the other, get the other piece. And I like that they did that because I mean, when they were teasing the game, well, before we even knew anything about the game, they were saying that they wanted to try out this. I don't even know if they patented it or what. They said something about they called it addictive horror, and I think a lot of people like kind of forgot about that,
yeah. First
and
time I'm
that
hearing
like
about it.
really
Yeah,
oh my gosh, like your mic is frying. Hold up real quick. But the addictive horror aspect of it, I feel like a lot of people forgot about it. Um and you really see it when you're playing as Grace and then you get like 5 minutes of Leon segments, right?
yeah,
And you're literally untouchable, but your mic is so bad right now. And when you're in those Leon segments, I kind of like wouldn't have complained if the entire game was like that. Like you said, like you do the care center and then you escape outside, and now it's like the first RE where you got to do like the garden and stuff, and it's like another like 4 or 5 hour segment of puzzle with like 10-minute bursts of Leon scenes like every here and there. I feel like that also would have made the game really like good, but I feel like it stands on its own just this way with it being 50-50 Leon and Grace. And I think it works well that way. Like I was saying, I think it also would have worked very well if it just the main like 70% of the game was Grace and then the 30% was like those 10-minute Leon clips.
Which it felt like it was going to be like that. Like when you're starting the game, you're just doing like little hints of Leon. It really felt
Yeah,
like it was going to be like 80% Grace, 20% Leon.
I definitely thought that too, which I wasn't mad going into because the Grace segments were just that good. But then you got to think about it like this replayability. I mean, if the game was just eight, 10 hours of just like, I mean, how many did you play Resident Evil 7?
Yeah, yeah. I played it one time
Did you
and
replay
never
it? Oh,
again.
so you didn't replay it.
Absolutely not. I think of the ship and I say no. I'm good.
It's dude, exactly. Like I'm thinking about replaying RE9 and I should have like started a new file already, but I'm just thinking about like the first Grace segment and I'm just like sometimes just the horror scenes they just like it's like the what you call it the I don't know they just feel like they can get more repetitive like with the Leon segments they're unpredictable, they're a little bit more
Yeah,
unpredictable like the
yeah.
zombie
There's a
layout and
lot of
everything, but
flexibility.
yeah, with Grace
Something
it's always been
scary depends on you not knowing what it is. Like
yeah
you can only really be scared on the first playthrough. That's why when you're seeing speedrunners do it, they're basically baiting the girl to get bitten by the girl so then they could no clip through her legs. Like that's just how replays are. So
yeah
that makes it less fun to replay, but yeah. Compared to Leon. But yeah, no, I thought the 50-50 was split was good cuz sometimes it's like it's tiring playing like a Grace section for 4 hours or so. You're like, damn, I'm getting tired of like the scary, like, the stuff. So the switch up really felt like a breath of fresh air in between. It really did. Um, so yeah, no, I was a big advocate. I like the split. I like the way they did it. I thought it was going to be like Resident Evil 1, where you have one campaign of one character, another campaign of a different character. But I'm happy it's
uh
just one campaign. But
yeah
here's the thing. Here's something else I had a big gripe with: the return to Raccoon City. And I thought that 90% of your time being at the outskirts of Raccoon City, that was kind of lame. That was kind of lame. Like I thought that area was like it's like okay, but like damn, you should just lied. You should just instead of outskirts of or East Raccoon City, you just should have put like Raccoon City, this neighborhood. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, dude, I'm not even in Raccoon City. I've been out here for an hour. Like what the hell?
you're
And then
talking about like
when you do the detonator,
when you do the what?
when you do the detonator,
Oh, that part you're talking about?
yeah, that part could have had a lot more aura.
Yeah, I it was definitely a very contained area. It's like there really wasn't so much exploring Raccoon City. I mean, it was spacious, but like you said, 90% of the game took place outside of Raccoon City, and it's like when we're in Raccoon City, it's just like nostalgia bait.
Dude, literally, Mr. X coming back, that's a nostalgia bait. I'm sorry. That's like I understand going back to RPD, going to the orphanage. I can actually understand that and I'm like, "All right, I get it. I get it. These are the people connected to the incident. These things are connected to the incident. You're going to have to walk through them. I get it. I'll pass. It's not nostalgia bait." And then another Mr. X comes out, pure nostalgia bait.
Yeah, I didn't agree with the Mr. X. Like obviously I got a little like a little bit of the burst of jitters when Mr. X fell from fucking nowhere. And but like thinking about it again, it's like really Mr. X, like why did Mr. X like why did they have to choose Mr. X? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, oh, it's the RPD again with Mr. X. Oh, but this time there's no I don't know, he's breaking through walls this time and he's using bro. I got killed by that like pole he grabs and
I
shreds
did.
the wall with.
Me too. I
I got
didn't
killed like
understand where to go.
three
Yeah.
times by it because I kept thinking I was far enough, and then I just kept getting the animation where Leon gets pelted through it.
Yeah. No, me too. Me too.
And yeah, but like actually, I just like don't care for Mr. X like that anymore. Like they could have done a different like a different tyrant. You know what I mean?
It kind of makes me feel like this return to Raccoon. It reminded me that this return of Raccoon City is missing someone, bro. We have Sherry Birkin on in the Xbox Live chat. We have Leon on the ground. Where the hell is Claire? What is she doing? I don't. It's to a point I don't even understand what's going on with Claire at this moment. I don't think she's infected the same way Leon was. I don't think she was. Um, but like, damn, she can't get like a oh, I'm sick too. Or we can't get a quote or something. Maybe there was a paper somewhere I didn't see. But I think it's very strange to have this big return to Raccoon City and Claire Redfield's damn bro.
Jeez.
He's got the
Yeah,
tear um
I got stage two.
bro needs Elvis. Um, Hope. Um, but yeah, I thought it was weird that Claire wasn't in it, especially since
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah, yeah. Claire and Jill fans haven't eaten in years. They're practically dying of starvation.
yeah. Oh, actually, the last time they ate was Revelations 1 and 2. So yeah,
Not even good games.
yeah. So how do you feel about the entire arc? This might be Leon's last game. It might be over for him, to be honest. How do you feel about the How do you feel about Grace as a character? How do you feel about Leon, and just basically like the story of the game? Even the
I think
villains too. Victor, and Zeno too.
this is we're getting into the meat and potatoes now. Okay, I'm about to give you the spreadsheet of what I think about every character, starting with Grace.
Okay.
Um, I think Grace is a 10 out of 10 design character. I think having a uh, vulnerable protagonist and the voice acting was just so spot on
Yeah, yeah. Like
because yeah, literally Oscar level voice acting. So I got no problem with Grace. I think Grace's involvement in the story was really well done. I'm glad that she wasn't like she didn't have like some secret like mutation or like something was wrong with her blood. I
or
was
at
glad that
or at
that
the end where where they're finding out her backstory, and it's like, oh, she's a normal girl. It's not like
yeah,
some super agent that is a clone of Wesker's baby sister type shit. You know what I mean?
literally a Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
So yeah, so Grace has done very well. Oh, dude, who are we talking about? Gideon, bro. Let me tell you about Gideon, right, bro?
I'm ready.
I I I just don't like him, man. I don't like Gideon, and I don't like because bro, I mean they confirm it in the game. Gideon is a tyrant. He's a nemesis.
Basic. That's what he looks like stature wise. I don't know what specific file you're referring to, but he's literally like 10 feet tall.
No,
Like Leon
yeah,
is up
well,
to like his chest.
Leon literally says, "Oh, so you're a nemesis," when he's getting ready to fight him at the end. And
Oh,
and in one of the files, you know, when you go into the room in the Arc Center, and they got like the room with all the bioweapons and how much they're costing and
and
how
the
much they're
prices.
like, yeah,
That's a top
Gideon
10.
is
That's a top 10 file, by the way. That's a top
Gideon
10
is the
file.
last. Gideon's the last file.
Why did I not see that? Did he have his own file, or was he all the way at the bottom?
He had his own file.
Okay, I
It
must
was
have
all
missed
the way
that.
to the
Okay,
left. It was all the way to the left.
how much was he?
Um, I didn't see. I don't remember how much he was. I just remember that was like that was his file.
I'm about to
And
say that's low key. Selling him's low key actually slavery, but hey, he would have done anything for his master, bro. He was actually glazing.
he was whipped.
Yeah.
I'm humbled by my master's geniusness after he sells you to the after he sells you to the Spaniards.
After he sells you to North Korea. Thank you, master. Wow.
I am I am humbled by my owner's genius.
He's saying that who's the annoying guy from RE5? The rich guy, the really annoying rich guy.
Oh,
Um
Salazar.
no, that's RE4, but the joke can be the same. in Salazar's basement for 20 years chanting. Oh, thank you so much, Master, for sending me here.
But so yeah, so Gideon, I didn't really like Gideon as a character. I thought they could have done more with him. And bro, let me get started on Leon, right?
Okay, okay.
All right, Leon's a top dog, right? He's a G. Um, and being able to play as him in this like weakened state, like felt so right because obviously he's old as fuck now. He's old as
Yeah,
fuck, so he's gotta like somewhat like seem like he's aged. So I think them making him sick and then like him like breathing really heavily when you're running with him. Did you notice that?
yeah, yeah. And he
Dude,
literally just straight up coughs too. Like,
yeah, he's literally like coughing while after you do like a little bit of running. And that like last scene in Arc where it's like, oh, Leon's at his limit. He's gonna start hallucinating and like succumbing to the T virus. I felt like that shit was all peak. And bro, I was not even lying. I was getting a little emotional during that sequence because I did not want to end the game with Leon dying.
yeah, yeah.
And so Leon's character is definitely he was peak, but I mean that bike sequence, bro, they just did it again. They just ruined it. Why the fuck did we need the bike sequence with him? Dude, I said it to myself when I was playing this sequence. I'm like, he does not know where that building is going to. He's just driving up like 300 feet and expecting to like the ramp to like land.
When you have aura, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're right. Ada put that building there, just like she handed him the rocket out in RE2 and RE4.
Yeah, yeah. Also, notably
And
missing. Notably missing.
oh yeah, no, also notably missing. Like, do all these people have the T virus? On let me get started on Emily, right?
Okay, yeah.
Emily, I didn't hit her vitals winters. A freaking bro, a great whatchamacallit, feel bad character. Oh no, another bioweapon. Oh, what have they done to you, you poor thing? Oh, you're gonna be like Marie.
Yeah. Make a wish
And
ass.
yeah, literally make a wish ass. And cool ass character until she mutates, bro. Cause
I'll be
bro,
so let me be so honest with you. If I am if I'm Grace and she just mutated on me, I'm not worried about anything. I'm not we could have saved Emily. I'm like, all right, that's good. Wait, let me actually interrupt you. Let me interrupt you because I have not seen this theory anywhere. I have not seen this theory anywhere and I think it must be true. Okay. So, when you're walking with Emily after you get out of the hospital, Grace asks Emily, she's like, "Hey, are you like, I don't know." Then after they crash, the driver's obviously cooked. He got treed. He has a whole tree in his chest. Emily didn't get hit by anything, but she's bleeding out of the stomach. Like what? Maybe she got hit by glass. Whatever, right? But I think it's more related to her being away from the hospital. Like the proximity from the hospital made her turn and die. Not so much. Oh, something hit. Because what hit her? Nothing hit her, bro. But that's my theory. But then I say it, and I'm like, who cares, bro? Okay, she died due to proximity, bro. Who cares? Like, all right, bro, all right, all right. No, there's a reason no one theorized about it. Nobody cares. But yeah, that's my theory.
I thought a little bit of the same. Like whatchamacallit, I thought like there was something, maybe like a gas or something like in her cell that was keeping her like normal. Cause like you said, once we got in the
Oh,
helicopter, she's just like bleeding or something, and like we
yeah.
now we don't know what's up. But yeah, so Emily's character was definitely ruined when she mutated. Cause bro, she should have ended there. When I was Leon, bro, I shot so many bullets and I shot everywhere. I hit her vitals. And also, Leon, this is the first time you saw this transformation, this kind of monster. How do you know where its vitals are?
Pure aura. Pure aura.
Pure aura. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
My fault. And all right. I think I'm getting to the last character right here because we already talked about Mr. X. Bro, and we're gonna save one of the last characters for like his own segment. But
Yes,
dude,
correct.
Xeno, come on, Capcom. What the fuck are we genuinely doing? You brought Wesker back and we didn't even fight him. He had one of the most insane introductions when you found the body cam footage and you entered Raccoon City,
Yeah,
and we just didn't fight him.
yeah.
I'm gonna have some LARP at the end of the this this review episode. I'm gonna have some LARP on how they could have redeemed Xeno's character. Um,
Mm.
but I'm gonna save that for the end. Just a little bit of LARP. All
Okay,
right.
okay, okay. Let me.
And it ties into a finale that I was trying to predict how the game was gonna end months ago.
Okay,
But yeah, so now you review the characters. You tell me how you feel about them. Because Xeno, they dropped the ball, bro.
let me defend Victor a little bit. I do think he's a glazer. I do think he doesn't have much personality behind that, but he has a couple of good moments. The first one being, and I don't think we've seen this in Resident Evil in a long time, maybe parts of 5, maybe 6. 6 doesn't count, obviously. But when Victor sees that he's getting trailed by Leon, and he starts shooting people with the virus to get Leon off his tail, that's aura. That's goaded. I'm not even gonna lie, that's actually dope as hell. I've never seen that before. The only thing is he could have started a whole other Raccoon City right there. Like it, depending on the virus and depending on transmitted. I don't know if we. I mean, hey, I would assume that virus can transmit the same way, but that could have been like a way bigger problem than like it could have been the case where Leon just had to stay there and kill all anybody who's been infected. That could have been the case. But so I thought that was aura. The second thing is when Grace is sneaking in when you're looking for the helicopter key after you get it, she like walks into Gideon and he has this moment where he's like, "Ha, I have everything I need," and he laughs. He goes, "Ha ha ha," ha," and immediately stops. That's also aura. Other than that, completely agree about.
That shit is so funny. That
It
shit is
was literally like that. It was literally like an extended version of that. Um, I agree. I agree with you with Emily. I feel like here's the thing: you already killed somebody. Like they're like, oh my gosh, we like I don't know what the big deal would have been with killing Emily because you already killed Marie in a more brutal way. Like Marie got burned to death and she's literally the same clone as Emily, who was with Emily in the freaking cell, bro. So like, why does Grace care that Emily? I mean, probably because she spent more time with her. That why do you care that Emily, that Emily died, but you literally are not shedding a tear for Marie, bro.
yeah.
Like I for
And then
Grace. I like a lot of the stuff that Grace is. When I first saw the trailer, I was kind of critical that like her panicking got her mom killed because she's like, but that's let's be honest. Sometimes we could have a character that panics and isn't superhero all the time, so I'm fine with that. Um, the
I
way
also like
Zeno is,
that real quick
yeah, yeah,
that Grace killed Emily. Like I know we talked about that, but like Grace killing Emily and then wanting to save Marie, like bro, get your priorities straight.
they're literally the same person. They're literally. She doesn't even after they get the cure and cure Emily. I don't even think they check on Grace. Like
You know,
they ultimately died 1.5 minutes apart.
yeah, they die a minute and a half apart, but I'm pretty sure Emily's body got or not Emily,
Marie,
Marie's body got melted.
yeah.
I
And to
think
be
I
fair,
think you
she was
actually
probably the
destroyed
girl
her
for a
vitals.
long time.
Fighting her for a long time, and you definitely destroyed her vitals.
So true. That is true. You destroyed her. It's obvious you destroyed her vitals. So come on. Um, the way Zeno is written in this game, we're going to talk about this a little bit, but I think his only purpose in this game is to popularize the idea of clones, which has already been a thing since RE6. I don't
Yeah,
know if it's Wesker regret. We regret killing Wesker at RE5. Xeno's only purpose here is to say, hey, Wesker could be cloned. Anybody could be cloned because if he's completely erased from his this story, Victor could actually have a bigger, more meaningful presence, but he doesn't because because Zeno's there, and you have to give Zeno some bad guy time, where he's exploding guys' heads with a dope ass Smith and Wesson. That's like nobody cares about Zeno. We all think he's just Wesker clone. Even Victor says that after after he cuts his no before he cuts his head off. Yeah, I don't disagree with the thing you said. Just added a few things here or there. Um, yeah, no, that's pretty much it. So are we going to talk about now one character we have been leaving out?
What character is that?
Sherry Birkin. No, I'm just kidding. Hunk.
Human unit never killed Hunk.
Okay. Let's start here. Let's start here. Do you think the person that Leon fought that is called the commander? Do you think that person died as a result of the fight?
No.
Why do you say that?
I have to go off what the internet gracefully told me, that his body despawns after you go back to the room.
I have to agree. I have to agree. I have to agree. And there is a lot of speculation about is it Hunk, is it not Hunk? Hunk doesn't act like this. Hunk would defend himself, but he would wait until his crew got there and and I disagree with that. I understand. I think it actually is Hunk, and I think it's more satisfying if we say it is Hunk. Yes, Capcom gave themselves wiggle room to say he's alive, he's dead, it was a clone, it was whatever. First of all, drop the clone shit. I don't care about the clones. I'm so serious. Please don't do the clones. Second one being, yes, when we know Hunk, he is this calm, hey, do what you need to do. Do it, not do it by the books, but do what you can to survive type. Like he doesn't do this cocky stuff. When he's fighting with Leon, he's like letting him cough, he's letting him get up, he's doing all this stuff, right? But I think it's more satisfying for Hunk in his character to, yes, from what we know previously, Hulk wouldn't do something like this. But it's been what, 20-ish years, 30-ish years, and he's an old man who's probably so bored of this job that he knows about Leon from years and years and years ago, and he just wants one fight. He wants one final fight before he retires. Like there's a reason he works at Umbrella or whatever this is now, or the connections or whatever it is, and he does it because he wants to find a thrill or some type of thing. He probably has so much money. He's probably good. He's not doing this for a paycheck anymore. He's doing it because he likes it, and he wants to
The
fight
love
Leon
of the
one on
game.
one. Yeah, he's doing it for the love of the game. That's why he's doing it.
Dude,
He's not doing it for money at this point.
these are characters that were in Raccoon City at the same time.
True.
And like you said, like we've been waiting 20 years for this. Like here's why I want to say it's Hunk. I want to say it's Hunk. One, because he's got the T virus infection
True.
on his wrist that everybody else pointed out. And two, bro, Hunk. What was I gonna say?
Bro needs Elpis.
I actually might have fumbled the ball with this one.
Hope. No. Here's the thing. One thing I would say is that they said the virus can be transmitted in clones, but don't care. I don't care about the clones. Please stop with the clones.
Bro, we need to
Here's
stop
the other
using
thing people
clones.
have a problem with. Oh, Hunk's not supposed to die. First of all, we don't know if he died. But isn't it satisfying to say he fought one of the strongest characters 1v1 and he lost? Is that not satisfying? That like he actually tried to do that, but he didn't win? Like it canonically, maybe you're a god gamer, LARPer, and you parried every single thing and you started with more health than you ended with more health than you started because you sucked his blood as a vampire. I don't care. Canonically, it's a hard fight, and Leon says, "Oh, what a tough bastard." Wouldn't that be a satisfying ending?
Yeah. Why would we would just roll off the tongue that, oh, it's a clone? Obviously, Hunk wouldn't die. Here's the thing. Clone Wesker. Okay, I get it. The whole Wesker project. That was a whole thing. That's what kind of kickstarted RE1. But why clone Hunk?
Because his human unit never killed.
Because oh, dude, this guy hasn't died his whole life. Let's clone him because obviously, if he's this
Yeah.
guy hasn't died yet, let's clone him because obviously, statistically, he's not going to die anytime soon.
Yeah, I think actually, apparently there is some mobile game somewhere, some Umbrella Corp type thing where they were actually cloning people like Hunk. I think there is a story reason behind that, but it's so obscure it shouldn't be brought back. And just because you write something in a story doesn't mean you need to bring it back in the ninth mainline title. But what I would say is, um, whatchamacallit? Yeah, no, no, no. Like, if you are going to make copies of the soldier, you would make copies of Hunk. But for people saying, "Oh, he's Hunk, he's human unit never killed," that means he can't die. That's literally brainless activity. Your brain is leaking out of your ears. You can't even comprehend words at this point. If that's your takeaway.
Especially when we're Leon S. Kennedy,
Yes.
bro. It like you said, like if they're gonna make you fight Hunk, they're not going to make you fight a clone, especially if they're going to make the body disappear when you go back. Because why would that? What's the fun in that being a clone? Oh, all the Hunk clones can't die now. They're all that good. It's like, why can't there? The whole idea of Hunk is that he's the lone survivor.
Yeah.
He's like what good is a group of survivors if they're all clones? Like that's his
True.
aura. He's
True.
always the last one standing. What like why are we gonna have 30 hunks that just can never die? That
Exactly.
ruins his aura.
Yeah. Yeah. It does. It does. And they should drop it. But talking about the lone survivor, did you see that Tofu is canon now?
Bro, I did not see it on my playthrough, nor hear the noise of him walking around. Did you?
I didn't. I didn't. I saw it online. I saw it online. I'm not even a LARP player. I'm not even a LARP.
Yeah, no, I saw it online too. Like I was scrolling through reels after I beat the game, and it was like, oh, tofu reference. I'm like, oh, what are they gonna have like a piece of tofu? No, it was genuinely the tofu character running around.
You know that's crazy. That means he was actually in rec. Wait, I thought he was supposed to be like out of there. Well, like many people, he could come back and go forth. Um, but
Well,
no, I think
tofu can survive nuclear explosions. Actually,
that's what I was gonna say. Apparently, yeah. Apparently, yeah. But yeah, no, that's my. I feel like we only really said like we only really went in depth on the stuff that was negatives because the gameplay is so good. And even though I had like a whole bunch of little gripes here or there, like I said, it's still 9 out of 10. Like this is way better than Village, which I liked on first playthrough, which I didn't like
yeah,
on
first
second
playthrough
playthrough.
village was special.
Yeah. I
First
already,
first playthrough factory Heisenberg's factory was special.
all right. Don't know about that. First playthrough Castle special.
That was special. Our first playthrough Dollhouse special.
Special.
First
But
playthrough Moru's Swamp, dog shit. Straight dog shit. Literally the worst character, the most
uh,
disgusting character. They made you hate him. He was literally a chud.
yeah,
He got hit with the chud virus, the C virus if you will call it.
yeah. The
All right.
whatchamacallit in RE4, the guy who sells you stuff is literally like the shadiest guy in the ever. In RE8, he's just a fat chud.
And then he has the nerve to call himself the Duke. Like, bro, you
Matt,
don't need to give yourself a hard ass name.
he needs something, bro. Let him have some aura, please.
Bro, he can't even fit in socks.
He's wearing full spandex as socks. Like a pair of spandex is like one sock for him. But yeah,
He
um,
he
what?
outgrew a car. He has to travel in a carousel, bro. That's how big this man is.
Yeah, but
All right.
one
Oh,
thing I
no, you
have
go.
seen, getting away from RE9 a little bit and talk about RE in general and what we talked about at the end of RE8 with Rose and at the end of RE8's DLC. Um, this really puts it in perspective how far out Grace is because during this game, wow, I think, hold on, Ethan's Roses. This really puts you in perspective how far ahead that DLC was and how young Rose actually is. During R9, Rose is like 6 or 7 years old.
Well, actually, All we know, I think, from RE8 was that Rose was 16 in the DLC. We don't know if she ages quicker or not. I couldn't remember if that was a plot point. Or did it
What,
say how many years after 8 it took place?
brother? When someone says they're 16 years old, what does that mean to you?
Bro, you're not listening to me,
No,
bro.
no, 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 please, please. When someone says, "Oh, today's my 16th birthday," what does that mean to you?
She ages quicker.
That doesn't matter,
Bro,
bro.
you're not
Bro.
thinking. You're thinking logically. You're not thinking theoretically.
Oh, wait, okay, okay, okay. How about this? How about this? Is someone okay, okay, okay? You ever just watch Benjamin Buttons?
The curious case?
Yeah.
Yeah, I studied that case.
Shut the fuck up. When he was okay, okay, so you should be familiar with it. So when he came out the wound, he was an old ass man. He was 99 years old then, right?
Yes.
Stop! Don't put the away. I, that see, I don't even argue that anymore because you said yes.
So he was 99, but now what?
There's no more argument. You're supposed to say no. Here's what you're supposed to say. No, really, he's 1 month old, but he looks like a 99-year-old. That's what you're supposed to say. Not. Oh yeah, he's actually 99. But yeah. Long story short, I don't think Rose is in the any
Long
near
story short,
future.
talk about Rose's age.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think I think their story's done because she's so far ahead in the future. Um,
Also, she's the most powerful being. Get the fuck out of my game. I don't want you in my game anymore.
yeah, that will actually be pretty nice when like Resident Evil 15 comes out. It'll be like Resident Evil 6 all over again, and everybody hates it.
But so the Winters chapter has to be wrapped up. Okay, going forward, how do you think they're gonna go? Okay, wait. Let me get this out of the way first. Like the rest of RE9. Okay, what was the peak and the low point of the game?
Peak, peak. I love the first area. Low point. Hey, I've been complaining. We've been complaining for an hour, but none of this shit was blow. It's like comparing peak to slightly less peak. But if I really had to pick one area, I'd have to pick Spider. It's a lame ass boss fight.
Oh, you didn't
It's
like the
boring.
spider?
Yeah,
Bro,
that's okay.
I didn't die, but I was getting sauced by the spider. Bro, the peak of the game for me was the care center. The low point of the game was the fucking orphanage, bro. Why did we go back there?
Oh,
Why
bet,
did we get
bet.
that character's perspective? They did nothing with those experimental children. They did nothing with them.
Yeah. Another
We
reason why
literally,
I don't care about clones because that happened in 1990. They've been cloning Emily
yeah,
or
that was
whoever
so.
the
That was,
first baby was since 1990. It's been 30 years and you don't have results. So stop cloning or pick somebody else.
yeah, we did not need that bad. We could have gotten that out of a file, but playing through that sequence is so boring, bro.
It's bad. It's
Even
bad.
on the first playthrough, I was bored out of my mind.
It's bad because I replayed it. I've replayed all of RE9. I literally got stuck on second playthrough. You know, like after they fall out from the glass, and then you have to go to the hallway where the key is, and they're standing in the hallway, so you have to turn around.
Yeah.
Dude, I turned around and I did that 3 times, so they weren't gone. And then the fourth time I
Dude,
did
I
it,
did the
they're gone.
same thing. I even walked out and like went up the stairs and then went back down into it and they were still fucking there.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know how the speedrunners do it.
yeah no like I don't think it added. I guess that probably is the lowest point. I do think the design of like whatever they are. I don't know. Maybe I'm forgetting. I think the design of the zombie kids are dope, but like I don't. We never saw them. I thought we were gonna have to fight them in the lab. Like oh my god, coming in the lab, and people are
Yo,
shooting. The people were shooting them, and the bullets are like bouncing off their skin, like they're getting absorbed. I'm like, oh shit, we're gonna have to fight these. No, we don't fight them.
yeah, that actually would have been. I didn't even think about that. That would have been dope. Like the lights go out in the lab and then they start like fucking like trying to find you. Like that shit would have been hard.
Yeah, yeah. I think obviously you have like the regenerators, and you have things in the series that you shoot, but they you can't hurt them. So maybe maybe there's a file somewhere that or directly connects it to. But yeah, I was hoping to shoot some like zombie kids. But that's just me.
Yeah. All right. So we got the high and low point of the game. Now the next question I want to ask: Where Resident Evil 10? Where are we going from here?
Just like the Winters, you will never see Grace Ashcroft ever again. It doesn't make sense. Um, No, I don't want to say that, but I don't know. She wasn't built for this. She's not built for every
If,
other protagonist has been built for it, except for
if,
Sherry, who became built for it. But who actually? I don't know. I don't know what you do with RE10. Um, I actually don't know. You got to go back to Africa. Got to go to
bro,
Dubai this time.
we got to go back to fucking what were they called? I can't even remember what they were called. But bro, we're getting a Chris and Leon game. You can't stop the doubt,
No, bro, you do not want a Chris and Leon game because Chris always
bro.
loses his squad. That's a surefire way for Leon to die.
Chris can't save anyone.
Chris can't save
Chris couldn't
anyone.
even save Jill. You have
Dude,
to think about it. In Aria 1, they did their stories separate. Like Jill went on her own thing and Chris did his own thing on his side of the mansion. When she got killed, it was cause she was straight up queuing with Chris. 100% of the time, someone is directly in correspondence with Chris Redfield, they die.
they die. It's like yeah, I don't know if you ever heard of it. It's like the same thing with the Clintons. Like if you're close enough to him, you just die. Um, but canonically, when you play as Jill, from what I've seen, that's the canonical story for RE. And Chris Redfield is trapped in a cage for 90% of it. He's useless. He had
Really?
Yeah, no. Actually, when you play as Jill, you have to release Chris from jail, and that's canonically his story. Basically, you get him out the cage, and then you escape the thing. So RE1 he does nothing. RE2 he's gone. Code Veronica he gets no diff by Wesker. RE5 gets lucky because he has the entirety of Africa helping him. RE6 loses 7 squads and peers. RE8, RE7, he shows up after everything's happened. RE8 loses Ethan twice. Ethan dies twice, by the way, because just because he's in the general vicinity of Chris.
Dude,
And
I'm not
and
gonna lie.
let's talk about Chris not saying anything while shooting what like me 27 times. He's a dumbass. He sucks.
Bro, yeah, I want to piggyback off what you said. Chris literally did nothing the entirety of RE7, came in at the end, and he was supposed to be this badass. RE8, Ethan is literally hiding from vampires, and Chris is dicking around building a tank in a factory. Like, what are you doing, bro? He's like, oh, I finally built a device that can destroy Heisenberg. Mind you, Heisenberg controls metal, and he's fucking making a tank. Like, what is
Wait,
wrong
no,
with
no,
you?
I think wasn't it some like some metal that couldn't be magnetized or something? I forget. But yeah,
Of course, it probably was some
honestly,
bullshit like that.
that's probably just Chris getting lucky. He probably just did that
Chris,
by accident.
Chris always gets lucky. He's
Yeah,
literally fucking Jill beating Nemesis. That's literally all these legacy characters. They're just getting lucky.
yeah.
And bro, I'm telling you, Resident Evil
Mind you,
10,
Ethan takes on 3 tyrants while Chris is in the garage building a tank.
Ethan's lame ass was dead that whole time though.
True, true.
He was LARPing. Ethan was literally living in LARP simulator. He's like, oh
uh,
yeah, and then my hand fell off, and then I put it back on. Like, okay, bro, your time is up.
yeah. He didn't have a
RE10.
smell. You think he had a smell or no?
Oh, dude, he had to have. That shit was probably nasty too.
Yeah, but that's
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 probably
how
why
good.
Mia. That's probably why Mia didn't want him like sticking his hands in the food in the opening scene of RE8. She get your mold dirty ass hands out of my stew.
So true, so true, so true.
But
But no,
remember
that's
that?
just how good modern like deodorant antiperspirant is. Like you could really hide anything nowadays.
Remember the end of RE8? It literally involved like cloning or some sort of like decoys of other soldiers. Because remember when Chris took those other soldiers' helmets off and they were like zombified versions of his teammates being
Yes,
controlled?
yes.
And that was how 8 ended. And now 9 involves cloning. And then we get, of course, Chris's lame ass to save everyone at the end of the day. But bro, we're teaming up and we're gonna find the clones. That's gonna be RE10. It's literally gonna be clone. It's gonna be clone high. You're
I
literally, dude. There's gonna be so much nostalgia bait in RE10. It's literally, dude. Whoa, it's Billy Cohen. Oh, and he's a clone. Oh my gosh, I gotta fight him now. Oh, what? And it's Wesker, and we're doing the RE2, and there's Mr. X and Nemesis are morphing together, bro.
and
That's literally
kissing.
gonna be
What the
RE10.
hell? Yeah.
Where's
No, no, no.
everyone going?
I
Bingo?
think I totally agree with you on the direction of this. I think the antagonist, by the way, I'm pretty sure Chris Redfield and Jill Valentine co-founded the BSAA, and what did they become? Another umbrella, bro. That's another failure you can add to the Chris Redfield resume.
I didn't even think about that shit. Yeah, you're actually right.
This dude's a fucking bum, bro. He sucks everything.
Chris fucking Deadfield.
But no, I think you're right. I think they're liking the clone idea right now. I like I said, that's the only reason Xeno exists right now because they want to justify or legitimize the clone idea a little bit more. Obviously, it's been a thing in the stories already, but they're trying to legitimize it a little bit more. Um, and then when Hunk comes out, he'll say, "Huh, so you beat that dirty ass clone." You know what I mean? Like, yeah, yeah.
Oh, I was about to get him myself. Thanks, Leon. Heh, bingo. The credits roll. Did someone say bingo?
And they're making the clones do like insane experiments. So they have the Chris clone like punching a boulder 24/7.
We finally got the Redfield DNA.
Yeah.
But all right. All right. Do we have any I'm trying to think if there's any other is it something we might have missed or the DLC.
Yeah, I don't know what that's gonna be.
Pro. It's gonna be either Alyssa Ashcroft
I can see that.
or more Leon. And if it's gonna be Leon, it's not gonna be pre-game Leon. It's gonna be post-game Leon. Like it's gonna tie into RE10.
I could actually see that. I could actually see that. I don't know what they're going to expand on now. Yeah, it has to be like in this game. What can they expand on? Maybe playable DLC where you're the girl and you could jump on whoever you want. I don't know.
Oh shit, that would actually be crazy. Or
That'd
if you're like with Xeno, blowing
yeah.
people's heads off.
I
Yo,
think they might. I think the story DLC might have something to do with Xeno because we got so little of him in the main game.
bro, it's gonna be clone DLC.
Yeah, that Magnum he has was crazy. It was literally deleting BSAA members.
Do you get that shit in the game?
I think you can get it
You
as
can buy it,
a
right?
you could buy it with collection points.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what they are.
Yeah, and that's what they're called. So if you have a lot of collection points, you can no, they're called challenge points actually. If you
Oh,
have like a
challenge one.
ton a ton like if you have like terabytes and terabytes of challenge points, you can buy it.
I got those in Call of Duty. They're called COD points.
Yeah, we need to work on I mean, I would say you need to work on like abbreviations, but then you give the term power anyway. So I don't know. I so
Yo.
maybe it's good.
All right, now you ready to hear my LARP?
All right, all right, all right, all right. Yeah, let's. This is the LARP about Xeno. No, is it a LARP about Xeno?
This is my ending to RE9, right?
Okay, okay.
This is my LARP ending because I'm tired of this. Oh, I didn't hit her. I didn't hit her vitals. Roblox smile, Kennedy. I didn't sign up for that. I signed up for some misleading ending, bro. And let me tell you, my ending starts off with the bad ending, right? Like you choose to destroy Elpis, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. So you destroy Elpis, and this is going to cue, obviously, you save Grace, and then Leon goes down with Xeno. But here's the thing fucking Zeno doesn't shoot Leon, right? You just go down there, right? You fall to the boss stage, and now you got to fight Zeno as a fucking basically dying Leon, right?
Yeah.
But here's the thing: the fucking the thing that you're on that has all the Elpis in it, it crashes obviously and breaks open. Elpis spills everywhere. There's Elpis everywhere, right?
Xeno's just trying to lick it off the floor type shit.
He's trying to get a taste, but but Z so or maybe like one vial falls out. But anyways, Leon ends up getting it and he gets better, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Leon gets better. And now you gotta fight Zeno, but you gotta do it the same way how you had to do it in RE5 with the Wesker. You gotta like inject him until he slowly gets weaker, and then you gotta like
Kind
fucking
of,
finally kill him.
yeah. Yeah.
No nemesis bullshit, no final transformation. He's just straight up Zeno, and that's how you do it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then obviously, the after you beat Xeno in the fight, like the Elpis failure thing like detonates, right? Like it was like a self-destructive thing, right?
Yeah.
So it does, but it skips to the explosion. It skips the boss scene and just shows you like the outskirts of Raccoon and then the explosion, right?
Yeah.
Bam. All right. Cue to the next morning. Fucking newspaper on the table. Oh, local hero saves city or some shit like that, right? And it's a picture of fucking Kennedy's face.
Yeah.
And then the camera pans out, right? Right? Bed frame, right? 2 feet getting out the bed. We just see the legs. They start moving, right? Next frame, they're in the kitchen, right? The person still hiding behind the refrigerator door, getting something out of the fridge. Oh, you hear in the background, they're calling you. Did you see the paper, honey? They're calling you a hero, right?
Yeah.
Fucking closes the fridge door. It's Leon. He's alive. And bam, who's in the fucking corner saying that to him? It's Ada Wong, bro. She saved him. She saved him from the explosion.
That
And
would okay. That would have been hype. That would have been hype.
this hot fucking hire this man, bro.
That would have been
And
hype. If she just would have came down with a rope ladder type shit. You
yeah,
know what I mean?
literally.
But
And then
yeah,
and then like
he needs to be able to take one of the samples or some of Elpis out, and then heal people like Sherry and himself. That's the only thing. Yeah.
exactly like the totally good ending. This is basically the secret ending. This is how good this ending is.
Yeah. This is what they're
And
about to do in the
and
DLC. They're about to rip your whole shit.
they're gonna see this video. And like, oh, write this down, write this down. But yeah, and then like a few seconds later of them talking, like you see like a kid run into the room. They're like, "Oh, daddy," and like gives Leon a hug. It's obviously their kid. Leon's been living a double life for fucking some Mr. and Mrs. Smith shit for like 10 years now, and he's got a kid.
Who's like extremely old, like 8 years old, like
Yeah,
incredibly
exactly.
old.
That's what I'm thinking, like 8 or 10. And like yeah, so that's my ending. But
Wait,
here's
here's the
the
thing.
funny
Have you this actually what you just said plays into something? Actually, I'll let you finish first before I move on.
Okay, so here's the thing mentioned. This is part of the LARP. So when I was saying how like it cut to the next morning and then it's showing like the bed frame and like the 2 feet getting out.
Yeah.
So when the 2 feet getting out, they put on like fuzzy slippers, like animal style slippers, like it's haha, like you think it's Grace, right?
Yeah.
And then you don't. It's not revealed it's Leon until the fridge closes, and the slippers were obviously a gift from his daughter or son or whatever.
Yeah. But it has to be a daughter because Resident Evil loves little girls. Emily, Sherry, it has to be girl. Um,
Fuck, it all makes sense.
it all hey, it's all here. Um,
7 minutes.
you instinctively said that Leon is with Ada. I would agree with you, but apparently at the end of Resident Evil 9, they show Leon's wearing a wedding ring. And there's been a couple of theories, a couple possibilities. People are saying a lot of the, anime lovers said it was Sherry, for obvious reasons. People with a brain and people who played these games before say it's Ada Wong. Um, Claire Redfield, we already talked about this off camera. Just Claire and Leon don't work. The last time we saw them together was during Vendetta, where they're literally having like a crazy disagreement. Um, I don't know. They had one night where they're kind of flirting in the remake. All right, bro, that doesn't mean they get married. And Ada,
Sexual harassment versus whatever. Sexual
yeah,
harassment versus.
versus
It's so
flirting.
nice. It's
Um,
so nice to see you. How are you doing,
and then what was the last option? I don't even remember. Oh, the last option was Ashley, which doesn't even make any sense.
bro?
Um,
Ashley doesn't make sense, but holy LARP, bro. Are you just gonna LARP the rest of the day? Jeez.
yeah,
No, no. So it's obviously Ada though, right? Because
I think it's
I agree with you.
obviously Ada. But
People,
what would you feel? Because obviously Ada's done a bunch of crazy stuff in the past. How would you feel if Leon actually were to be with Ada, just with all the crazy stuff she's done with the past? And two, how would you feel if he did stuff in the government to cover up and protect her a little bit? Would that change your view of Leon, and would that make it worse, or would that be kind of based because he deserves it?
here's the thing. It's already based because we know he's done it already. In RE6, the game that we didn't finish, Leon literally saves Ada from Chris fucking killing her.
True.
And then Chris is like, "What are you doing with her? She needs to die. She's blank blank blank. She's evil." And then Leon's like, "No, she's my girl." Oh, But that's because in RE6 there's Ada clones, and I'm sure that's
Yeah,
how it ties
true.
into the story.
True. That's how it can be justified. But of course, Chris wants everything dead, just like his squad mates. But yeah,
Yeah, just maniac.
that's all I got. Anything else before we close it?
Yeah, so I think Leon's married to Ada. I think people saying he's married to Sherry are weird, and I think people saying he's married to Ashley are weird, and I think people saying he's married to Claire are also weird, because why the fuck would anyone marry Claire Redfield, bro?
Jeez Louise.
Genuinely, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Why do you think Chris Redfield begs to be an uncle? There's a reason.
He wasn't punching boulders for nothing, bro.
That was like years of pain.
Just stress. Like fuck, I'm the last lineage. My sister's not gonna find anyone.
And Chris never finds anyone either, which is hilarious.
Me and Jill are just good friends. I think that's the funniest joke. But yeah, buy RE9.
Yeah, and even though
Buy
we
RE.
talked about really stupid nitpicks, I think it's a 9 out of 10. He thinks it's 10 out
Dude,
of 10.
the game is yeah, the game we did kind of shit on it, honestly, but no, the game is really good. And the gameplay is so smooth, except for that one sequence where Leon like lands on the other building with the bike.
Yeah, I didn't like the bike. I
That was like
hate
the worst.
yeah. I hate all
That was like
driving
the
and bike stuff. I hate that.
the worst physics ever.
Yeah.
And all right. But did you see the roadmap for like the new RE games? Like they're gonna do the RE0 remake or the Code Veronica remake. They're gonna announce it later this year.
I don't know if that was a leak, but I did see that somewhere, yeah.
Yeah, so I've never played the original Code Veronica, but I'm just gonna wait for that one because I heard it's the hardest Resident Evil game.
I was a kid, I got hard filtered. Like I literally got to a point where you had to put your guns in a box. I did not know what to do. Like
Oh,
I literally
yeah.
couldn't do it.
Speaking of another nitpick, bro, the fucking collectathon ass Resident Evil 9, bro. Genuinely, I know we nitpicked this game a lot, but those were nitpicks. The one thing that actually pissed me off about this game was the fucking space. The like, dude, Leon had so much inventory space, but Grace had the most stuff you had to pick up, and she had like 4 slots.
Yeah.
So, dude, I kid you not. When I picked up the note in the safe in like the room where what's his name? Gideon, where Gideon tried chasing you out of. and you
Yeah,
hid behind the yeah. When I went back and grabbed the letter that told you how to open the lung box,
it didn't let you
you
keep
know,
it.
yeah, it didn't let me keep it.
Same,
And
exactly
I
same.
went back to the lung box and it was like, "Oh, how do you open this?" And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I need the fucking paper." Why was the one file in the game where you need like 10 like codes off it, the one you can't fucking go put in your files? You have to pick it up and have a slot for
No,
it.
I think that must be a bug or something because I think it does give you a file and they hide it in the menu. They hide it in
Oh,
the
really?
menu and they like give it to you as an inventory item as if like they ever do that ever. Like you ever
Yeah,
open like a
no,
code
no.
thing, like a file for a code and kept the code paper? That's never happened before, so I don't know why they pretend like we need this inventory item on us. Like that's never happened.
Yeah, that one was getting on my that one was getting on my nerves because like I said, there was so many times where I had like run back and drop stuff and put stuff in the box.